Hey, this is Brian. Thanks for watching Keys. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to install Mishimoto's auxiliary coolers on a G82 M4. Now, if you happen to have a G87 M2 or a variation of the M3 like the G80, G81, these will also fit your car. Now, these are for the person who wants to keep their temperatures under the hood nice and cool. Now, typically you're going to see these on cars that are going to see the track, but if you're tuning your car and whatnot, you're also driving up your temperatures. It's also a great solution for that as well. By upgrading to these Mishimoto aux coolers, you're going to get 25% more coolant capacity in here, which is going to help keep everything nice and cool. You're also going to notice that instead of the cheap plastic end tanks, you're going to have a billet aluminum design that is all TIG welded. Not only does it look super nice, but it's going to keep you nice and cool. Now, as you can see behind me, we do have Edwin's car on a lift. That's to give you guys the best camera angles possible. If you're doing this at home, a lift is not necessary. We recommend using a jack and jack stand. All right, let's get the car up in the air and get started. All right, the first thing you need to do is remove your wheel once you have the car securely off the ground. So next what we need to do is we need to remove all the screws that are holding our wheel liner on. Now, one of the things that you're going to notice is that if you have an M2 or an M3, a lot of times these screws right here are going to be 10s. For whatever reason, sometimes BMW uses 10s, sometimes 8s. So on this car, it's 8s, but again, yours might be a 10. Now you'll notice down here that we have two bolts that are a little bit rusty. This car has an aftermarket skid plate that came with some hardware that really didn't like to stand up to the test of time. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to remove all of these bolts. So let me point them out to you and then I'll do it. We'll fly through it and I'll show you what's next. So you have 3 bolts that need to be removed over here. You have another 2 up here in the middle. You've got 2 there. These are kind of the hidden ones. You have 1 over here, you have 1 back there, 1 here, and then you have 2 up top right over there. So at this time, let's remove them. So you can just take this and set it out of the way. All right, so with the wheel liner out of the way, you can see your auxiliary cooler located right over here. It is super simple to remove. You can see over here, there's a Torx bolt up there. There's another one over here, and then there's just a little 8mm up here. Once you do that, this whole thing basically just rocks right out. And then as far as the hoses are concerned, we have to disconnect this top one over here. There's a little clip that pulls out. I'll show you exactly what to do. And then there's another one right there, and it comes out super, super easy. So let's start up top, and I'm going to show you how to pull the pin and get these lines off. Now, as you can see, we do have our coolant tank below ready to catch it. I also lined it with some microfibers just to kind of guide everything in the general correct direction. So what you want to do with these is take a pick tool. I'm gonna do it and then I'll get out of your way. And basically what you want to do is you want to pry up on the clip just like that. Now you do not need to fully remove it. All you need to do is just pop it up into that middle position. From here, what we're going to do, you're just going to lightly wiggle it back and forth, and then you're going to just gently pop it off and then drain all of your coolant. Then we're going to do the exact same thing on the lower side. So just take this, carefully pull it off, and you can start to let that drip down into the tank. Now over here, you really don't want to lose this clip. So what I would recommend doing is just take it and just pop it back into place just like that. Okay, then we're going to do the exact same thing on this lower connection. Okay, just wiggle it out. Again, you want to just leave it just like that. You can wiggle it off. Just trying to not slam my hand into the metal. Oh, the other thing, make sure to do this when the car is cool. It's a little warm right now. All right, so let's start up here. Now we'll remove the 8mm screw. Next, you're going to take a T45 and remove these 2 bolts. All right, so then what you can do, just rock the cooler forward. You can carefully remove the brace. You're just gonna pull it up, pull it out. Just be mindful of the openings because this is still full of coolant. So make sure to take this over to your coolant drain so you can dispose of it accordingly. All right, so here is the replacement cooler. Now, one thing I do wanna note is that they do sell an optional rock guard. It bolts on here and then on the other side and it covers it. So you can either elect to do that or not. Just know that it is a separate product number at the time of filming this video. Now, when you go to install it, you wanna make sure that your coolant lines are on the innermost section. The kit we have, there is no M. The M actually goes on the side for the driver's side of the vehicle. So with that, I'm going to take our bracket and you can just take this, slide it on just like that. And then if you take a look in here, you're going to notice another rubber grommet right here and then one in the back that might be a little bit difficult to see. You're going to take the pins on the bottom of this cooler. You're going to gently slide these in and then rock it back. Okay, so then I'm going to take my T45 and I'm just gonna get this in place. Same with this one, just so the cooler doesn't fall out. So now what you're going to do is take the little clip, if you haven't done so already, and just clip it all the way in. And as you can see, it's going to be spring loaded. There's a little line at the top, little line at the bottom. All you do is you line it up, clip it in, you're going to hear an audible click and you are good to go. Then you can do the same thing on the bottom. Listen for that click. And that's how easy these are to reinstall. All right, so what we can do now is we can tighten our T45s. Then you can take your 8mm and put that in at the top. All right, so at this point of the process, everything is fully installed and it looks absolutely incredible. Now what I need to do is just clean up all of the spilled coolant and then reinstall the fender liner and we're ready to do the other side. Ooh, gross. All right, so as you can see, we got the driver's side in. It is literally the exact same process. The part is literally the same. It's identical except for the M. You just flip it upside down so that the fittings are towards the inside of the car and it goes in just as easy as the passenger side. Now, while we're here, you may notice that we have the control arm off of Edwin's car. That's because we are upgrading to our keys monoballs. We have these handmade in the Netherlands, precision engineered. And as you can see from the factory, there's a large rubber bushing. There's a lot of slop in this. This is going to affect your steering and also your acceleration and deceleration, because what's going to happen is this is going to flex and you're going to get a little toe in and a little toe out. With this, you have limited mobility, which is going to keep it pointed right where you want it. So off camera, I'm going to finish installing this. Then we're going to replace the fender liner, put the wheel back on, torque the wheel bolts to 104 foot-pounds, then drop the car and do the fill and bleed process. If you are looking to pick up a set of aux coolers from Mishimoto for your S58 powered M2, M3, or M4, be sure to see the links down below to keys.com where you can pick up a set for your car. Once again, my name is Brian. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and check us out at keys.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.